And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another tier list. Today we're going to do the medium weapons tier list. Now I've tried all these weapons throughout the years of the finals. I've played medium. Medium was my main for a few years until I went to heavy because I actually do prefer heavy. But we are ranking. Basically, I'm going to rank every single gun in my opinion on whether it's greatest of all time, it's great, it's good, it's okay, meh, crap, or dog shit. So let's get into it. So the first weapon is the KM or AKM, and I will say that this is probably the most standard, but it's also one of the greatest weapons in my opinion. So I'm actually going to put it as great, but it does, in my opinion, the more we kind of get into this kind of list, I feel like it's definitely the greatest of all time because it's the most standard weapon that everyone chooses. It's I think it's an alright weapon. Like, it's a pretty good weapon, but I feel like there are plenty of other weapons, great weapons out there. I personally think that the FCAR is great. I think it might be better because I do see people use it quite a lot. I've used it a few times. Like, the only issue I found is like 20 bullets. Really, like, I feel like if I had the same amount of bullets as like the AKM, bro, it'd be like the greatest of all time. Like, it probably will be. I feel like it definitely deserves up there. And if you can kill a person with the 20 bullets that are in it, bro, well fucking done. I will say well done. But I feel like I'm just going to keep it. It's great for the moment. Now let's get on to the CL40. Now the CL40, in my opinion, it's good. It's not great. I said the main reason for that is, like, it's a good splash damage weapon unless you hit a shot. If you hit a shot on someone that blows up on them, like, that's like basically an insta kill. Like, for lights, that's like an insta kill. But it's good for splash damage. I just feel like, I do feel like it's just not as great. You know what I mean? Because, like, you kind of have to hit the shots, and if they don't blow up in time, it's kind of useless. You know what I mean? It's sometimes, like, I've used it a few times. Now, I've used it a few times in Team Deathmatch, and like, it's great if you have like a huge amount of enemies in one fucking location. Then it's like unreal. But like, it's kind of useless. Like, if you go against lights, it's kind of useless. Like, you can try and kill them with it, but like, you can easily deflect it. And like, even like going against like heavy, like a heavy can like just kill you like that. You know what I mean, with a machine gun. So it doesn't really, in my opinion, it's not really great. It's good, but it's not great. I will go next is the FAMAS or FAMAS. I'm gonna say that this gun is a bit of a, I think it's okay. I think it's an okay weapon. Like, it's a burst weapon. I do think though, like, burst weapons, like, in my opinion, are kind of shit. Now, for a lot of people's opinions, like, they're great because you can reserve ammo and whatnot. But I feel like it's got, what, 27 bullets, I think. And I feel like, it just doesn't feel like there's enough. Like, I've used it a few times, try to kill a few people with it, and I just feel like it's not enough bullets. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it definitely deserves to have at least like 33 bullets. You know what I mean? Why not? Like, get the 33 bullets in there. But I do feel like it's an okay weapon. I don't think it's like the best weapon. Like, not, it's certainly not better than the AKM. It's certainly not better than the fucking, what is it? The FCAR. Like, yeah, like, them two guns right there are probably the best guns. So that's why I'm gonna keep the FAMAS kind of there. Next weapon I will say is the Pike 5.56. I've used this weapon a few times, and I will say it is actually an okay weapon. Like, it's surprisingly for like a medium. Like, mediums don't really have, let's say, a snipery kind of weapon. This is probably the closest thing to a snipery weapon. It does quite a lot of damage. And I will say it's not bad when it comes to medium combat, it's quite good. But when it comes to, like, obviously close range, it's kind of shit. Long range though, like, it is quite good long range. I mean, it does have the bullet drop, but it is still a great weapon. And especially, what is it, 8-round mag? I'm pretty sure 8-round mag. Like, it actually is like a pretty decent weapon, I will say. Especially with the scope, like the scope being zoomed in like that. Like, if it had a fucking reflex scope, it kind of would be more of a go weapon. But like, it is honestly like a good weapon, I will say. Like, it's a pretty good weapon, but I don't think it's a go. Don't think it's great. I think it's okay. Like, it's not everyone's choice, I will say. The next weapon I will say, and this is just from personal experience and also trying to use it myself, I can kind of see the R357 as being the GOAT. I have seen people use it, and I've seen, like, I've tried to use it myself, and I can understand why people choose it. It's basically like the Pike 556, but I feel like it's just a sniper in your hand. Like, you know, you can kill like 2 shots people. So like, the thing about it, you got 6 bullets. If you get 2 shot, that's handy enough. They can kill like 3 people. That's a whole squad right there. Like, and obviously, like, you know, if you don't hit your shots, and even as a hip fire weapon, it's still a pretty good weapon. It does a pretty significant amount of damage, and like, you know, it's something that, like, you know, if you get good at it, you know, you'll end up being, you know, good at it, you know, hitting your shots and whatnot. But I just do think it is a go weapon, and especially like if you use the weapon, like, and if you properly train hard using the weapon in the game, like, you end up hitting shots like fucking miles away. Like, it is a pretty fucking good weapon, I will say. And the next weapon I'm gonna say is the, what are we gonna say, the Model 1887. I think it's a bit of a meh. I've used it. I've used it a few times. Actually, do you know what? No, do you know what? I'm actually gonna move it up to okay. I think it's an okay weapon. It's not like good, or would you say it's good? No, I'll keep it out. I'll keep it there at okay. I think it's an alright weapon. Um, like, I've used it a few times. I went against people who've used it. I've seen, like, you know, I've played, you know, hours and hours of the finals, and I just always end up killing the people that use them. Like, they're just not really that good of a weapon. It's, I would say it's probably better than the CBO1 repeater, but I don't know. I just think it's a bit like it's does range wise. It's pretty good for range for basically a shotgun. Like, it's pretty good range, I will say. Now for the dual blades, I've went against quite a lot of people with dual blades. You know, as a heavy, you know, you end up going against these people, but they do have the weaknesses for them. It's just like, you know, I've killed many of people who use dual blades. Yes, it's hard. They deflect. They're basically like the Genji of the finals. You know, it is a bit OP, but like, let's say without the whole like deflecting bullets, they're kind of useless. Like, if they're going against a heavy with a flamethrower, they're fucking useless. They're so useless. Like, it's probably like the one downgrade of being a person with dual blades. Like, it's probably that, like, you know, and yeah, that's probably also including the Riot shit, for example. Like if you go against anyone with a fucking flamethrower, like, they're kind of fucked. Just go straight through the fucking armor. But I'm gonna say that it's a bit of a meh. Or I'd say it's a bit of a, I'd say it's meh. I'd say it's like, it's okay. I do think though, like, people who do use it though, like, are, you know, are kind of on fucking roids or something, bro. They're definitely smoking or sniffing something bad, man. Because, like, I don't know what the fuck they be doing. Alright, the next one is the Cerberus 12GA. This weapon, I've used it. I've seen other people use it. It's a fucking OP weapon. I've used it a few times. It kind of reminds you of the dual barrel shotgun for the light class, but it just does that fire burning action, which is kind of OP. You know what I mean? Because, like, that means, like, it can destroy barricades, like goo barricades, which is, like, you know, a pretty unique element, I will say, they brought into the game. Where you have a weapon now that can burn through those, like, goos. Like, obviously you have the flamethrower that can obviously burn through them, but like a shotgun, you know what I mean? And it leaves that, like, once you get hit by it, like, it leaves a lasting burn, and that's why I feel like it's actually a go weapon. Like, it probably does require a bit of skill. Like, the reason why the AKM and the CL, like, they're like your first starter weapons, and the reason why, like, they're great but they're not the go is because, like, you don't need a huge amount of practice with them to be good at them. And that's why I feel like these two weapons up here, you would need a good bit of practice, I'd say, and then these would actually kill. Like, I will probably, I feel like moving one up, actually. Do you know what? I feel like moving AKM up, and then I'm gonna leave that there, because I do feel like AKM is like such a basic weapon, but it does kill, and it's like probably I would say maybe 80% of the people that play the finals probably use that weapon, because it is a fucking good weapon. Like, it is a pretty weapon. Like, compared to the FCAR. Like it's a bit of a like it's all right, but like just the bullets. Like if I had more bullets, it would be up there. But yeah. All right, the repeater. I've used a repeater. I've seen people use it. I just don't think it's the best. I do think though that the blades. Do you know what? That's actually, I would say it's a bit of a meh. Do you know what? I'll go meh. I'll do meh. Yeah, because it's okay. Like it's not dog shit. I just think that it's a bit, it's a bit meh. Like I've went against people who've used it. I've tried to use it myself. I've tried to like get kills with it. It's not as good as the model 1887. I was expecting to be similar to it, but I just thought it was a bit. It was all right. Like it's just not for me. And in my opinion, like I've seen other people use it, and I'd be killing them. Like nothing. Like the mediums that use it, I don't see that. I don't really see many mediums use the weapon either. I've seen them more use the model 1887 more than repeater, but that's why I think it's a bit of a meh weapon. Now I'm gonna put this in crap. Now the reason why, no, actually, do you know what? I will say, yeah. Do you know what? I'm actually gonna switch these around. I'm actually gonna put the dual blades in crap. I'm gonna put the Riot shield in meh. The reason why, actually, do you know what? No. Do you know what? I'll ring it up as okay. You know what? And I'll put the dual blades back because I do feel like the Riot shield is a bit of an overlooked weapon, and if anyone else like myself have gone against people with Riot shields, they're fucking hard to kill. Like especially like the hit points. I found out when I was playing there, like the only real hit points of hitting a person with a Riot shield really is the feet. But like you try to hit them from the back, but if you're playing a heavy or even another medium, it can be quite hard. Like obviously you have like the reason why the blades are downgrade, you could say, is because like when these guys are properly speeding at you, like they just be fucking, and they don't take damage from if you shoot them with it. Since dual blades you take damage when you get shot, they get only a smidge of damage. They don't take any damage at all. Now I know that once you use the shield, they will end up like it will block a lot of the damage when you kind of move it kind of slow, but I do think it is a pretty okay weapon. And so there's my list. There's all the weapons there. Now, from kind of playing the finals over the years, I've actually do think one of these weapons right here should be in good, and I might be putting the model 18 up there. It is a pretty good weapon. Out of those three weapons, it's probably better. I would say like that weapon. I mean, I just feel like the burst weapon, like I've seen people use it, and I've always disagreed with people using it. It just isn't a good weapon. You're better off using the AKM or the FCAR. But I just think that the model 1887, from what I've seen and what I've used myself, it's a pretty fucking solid weapon. I will say it's a good weapon. I wouldn't say it's a great weapon because it has obviously some it lacks a lot of issues. Like I feel like it does have range, but the range isn't the best. Like it's a shotgun. Like come on, it's a shotgun. But I feel like still it should have a good bit of damage in it. But yeah. So there's my whole list of medium weapons tier list. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do what you want to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.